In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 college basketball games happening on November 27, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. BYU versus Miami. Both teams come into this matchup with firm ideas about who they are. BYU enters with a top 10 ranking and the glow of a blowout win over Wisconsin. That win pushed their public image to a high point and raised the bar for what fans expect from them. It also pushed this spread higher than it would have been a week ago. Their numbers look clean and strong. They score in the mid-80s and hold teams under 70. They win by wide margins and make it look simple. That kind of profile makes people assume they will keep rolling without pause. Miami steps in with a very different kind of energy. A new coach, a fast pace, and early scores in the low to mid-90s show how they want to play. One major metric site tags them around 76 possessions per game, which signals their intent to run. They are 5-1 and carry the confidence that comes with it. They already handled pressure in a close game against a top 10 Florida team. Miami also comes in as a live underdog, with sportsbooks giving them a cushion of about 9.5 points on a neutral floor. BYU sits on the favorite line, but not by a thin margin. Add the injury picture. BYU has one perimeter player ruled out for the year and a few rotation players listed as questionable. Miami's injury listings fall between none noted and monitor at game time, depending on the public source. When a favorite comes off a statement win and walks into a neutral court game against a team with pace, rhythm, and a safety net on the spread, the gap can close fast. As our first pick for this matchup, the Miami Hurricanes to cover the spread is our full game side pick. The total tells a different story but leads to the same kind of careful read. These teams score with ease. One sits in the 90s, the other in the high 80s. Their scoring margins look wide and repeatable. It would be natural to picture an open game with steady possessions and quick shots. Odds makers reacted to that picture. They set the line in the mid-160s. That number already sits above their combined season scoring averages, which fall closer to the mid-150s. The total asks both teams to hit ceilings at the same time, on a neutral floor, after travel, and inside a venue that has produced more mid-range final scores. Most of this week's games in this building have finished between 145 and 155, even when strong offenses took the court. A high total can still invite caution when a game late in a holiday tournament slows in the final minutes. Teams often tighten rotations, hold the ball longer, and play for cleaner possessions. That fits the profile here. The posted number leans high for what this building and these teams have shown so far this month. That makes the other side of the total the sounder play. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Providence versus Wisconsin. This matchup feels like two teams trying to solve the same puzzle in different ways. Providence leans into chaos. Their games turn into long sprints where the ball never seems to cool. Opponents score with ease, and Providence scores even faster. Each possession looks like it might tilt the floor. Wisconsin plays with more control, yet still pushes the pace compared with their old habits. Their early wins showed what happens when they move with purpose and keep the ball humming. Their loss at BYU reminded them what happens when they stop. Providence offers plenty of open space, plenty of shots, and plenty of chances for a disciplined group to settle in and pull ahead late. Wisconsin's structure fits that moment. They handle runs, value each trip, and close games with focus. Over 40 minutes on a neutral floor, that approach gives them the edge when the pace rises and the pressure builds. As our first pick for this matchup, the Wisconsin Badgers to cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Providence turns every game into a track meet. Their scoring and their defense create long stretches where nobody slows down. That rhythm forces opponents to keep pushing, even if they did not plan to. Wisconsin has already shown comfort in those conditions. Their wins came with steady scoring, strong spacing, and a willingness to let the scoreboard climb. Even their rough night at BYU produced a high number. Providence's injury questions could shorten their rotation, but that often means more fouls, more lineups that favor offense, and more room for both teams to attack. A neutral setting removes some tension and rewards teams that run. Both teams prefer that style. Neither wants this to settle into a half-court grind. With the pace set from the opening tip and both sides leaning into what they do best, this matchup points toward a total that rises past the posted line rather than creeping under it. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Georgetown versus Dayton. Dayton walks into this matchup with a steady rhythm that comes from a team that knows who it is and what it wants to do. They lean on structure, they value the ball, and they slow opponents down by forcing them into tough choices. Georgetown comes in with energy and a desire to push the pace, but that speed sometimes works against them when the game tightens. Dayton tends to pull opponents into a patient style that rewards disciplined teams and frustrates groups that rely on quick bursts. When the court is neutral and the lights stay bright, the steadier team often guides the tone. That tilt shapes how we see this spread settling. As our first pick for this matchup, the Dayton Flyers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The total tells its own story. Books expect scoring to flow, but neutral site floors often bring a slower feel. Teams take longer to warm up. Coaches lean on set plays. Long possessions stack up. Both programs have stretches where they lock in and slow the ball to a crawl, and that rhythm tends to win out over big expectations on paper. Even when each side has the talent to score, the style of this matchup leans toward long trips down the floor and careful half-court sets. Possessions shrink, and the scoreboard rarely sprints ahead. Those patterns shape the number more than any single outburst from either side. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Duke versus Arkansas. Duke steps into this neutral floor matchup in Chicago looking like the more settled team. They carry a clean record and keep winning games by wide gaps. Their results show a group that stays steady from tip to buzzer. They push a strong pace, but they do it with control. Arkansas brings energy and real scoring power, but their path so far has looked uneven. Some nights they roll, other nights they scrape by. Duke's month has been the opposite. They slow the game when they need to. They speed it up when the matchup calls for it. Their defense keeps opponents in check. Their offense moves in waves. Arkansas can punch back, but they have not shown the same level of consistency. With both teams healthy and rolling out full rotations, this shapes up as a test of which side can hold its form longer. When a team wins by large margins and turns tight games into runaway results, that kind of rhythm tends to show up again on a neutral floor. That points me toward the side with the steadier edge and the deeper control of the game's pace. As our first pick for this matchup, Duke to cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. For the total, the number hangs in the mid-100s and 50s. It sits there for a reason. Both teams can score, both teams push possessions, both teams draw fouls. Duke scores at a high rate and still guards well enough to cut runs short. Arkansas scores almost as much and creates extra chances through pressure and strength inside. Even with Duke's strong defense, the pace suggests long stretches where both teams find clean looks. The setting also favors scoring, a big arena, a showcase slot, and two coaches who use their benches and stay comfortable with fast possessions create a game that moves. If the margin stays in range late, the free throw line becomes a bigger factor and pushes the pace of scoring. It all builds toward a game that leans toward points rather than a grind. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.